10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, studio.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti. He's not that shy.
Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Good boy. He's not all that shy as right.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Excellent.
516.
Hello, captors. How are you?
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm alright. Actually, I'm not doing so well. I've got a bad leg again. Oh dear. It's very painful. And I can't move around that well. I did too much exercise last week when I was finishing off that. Oh, well, it'll be posted long since by the time you hear this, but yeah, there was an episode where I was wandering around. Yes, I did too much walking in 1 week, and now I'm all stiff. Yes. So anyway, let's run that theme music, and when we come back, I'll tell you what we'll be doing this episode. Yes. All right. Run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
It's positive thinking. The highlights, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
You don't want Paul now, do you?
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious. This particular episode of The Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, my husband found out my secret. I think he has.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
So we did recycling.
Yeah. I'm strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
But has the Shy Life Podcast slowed down? I don't think so.
It's all gooey and meaty and yum.
Hello. So what are we doing today? Well, we were supposed to be going over to Ix for tea. But there's no way I'm getting over there in my current state. So apparently he's coming over here. But not with Uck, because Uck is away at some horror film festival or something. It's fine. Cromitty will be here, and we'll get Uncle John's around somewhere, but I think he said something about going out, but he'll be back. I think he'll time it to be back when the tea is set up. Apparently Ick is bringing over the food, so I don't have to do anything. Cromitty's helping him. I think he's with Ick right this minute now, so what I might do is ring a couple of people that we've not spoken to, who are not going to be here today. I'm going to call Martin and Tallulah first to see how they are. I'm just dialing, just a second.
Hello, it's me, Martin. Sometimes known as Sniffy Martin. Can I help?
Martin, it's me. How are you?
Oh, Paul. What are you up to?
My leg's bad. I did too much exercise and I've paid for it.
Blimey, you've done too much exercise. That must be a rare thing for you.
Martin, you're being cheeky. No, I did too much. I did too much. And I think I strained my leg. In fact, I strained one leg and that got better. And then the other one decided it wanted to be strained as well. Days later. I don't know what's going on.
Oh dear, you're walking wounded.
I am. Well, except I'm not walking, sitting on the bed, waiting, just waiting.
What's going on? Where are the others?
Ick's coming over. We were supposed to be going over there for tea, but there's no way I'm getting over there. I'm not hobbling through a muddy field. And I don't think it can beam me directly from here to there very easily, so...
Oh yeah, I remember Ick invited us, but we're going to the theatre this afternoon.
Oh, what, you in Tallulah?
Yes, yeah. One of her former students is, I don't know, doing something musical in a play in Guildford.
Oh, well, that's nice. How is Tallulah?
Oh, she's well, yeah. Do you want me to go and fetch her?
What's she up to? Is she busy?
Well, she's getting ready to go to the theatre.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Well, I'm glad you're going to spend a lot of time together. We've not seen you in a while.
Oh, well, you know, I've been busy. Been doing DIY and all sorts.
I heard.
Yeah, bet you're glad that Uck isn't coming.
Oh, you know about that?
Yeah, some horror film festival.
That's right, yeah. Well, I must admit that I am slightly glad, but,
And where's Probity?
Oh, he's with Ick, bringing the cream teas and stuff. Apparently I'm just to sit here and do nothing.
Gosh, that's usually what your Uncle John does.
Yeah.
Where is your Uncle John?
I'm not sure. Out at the moment, but due back later.
Oh, right, okay. Probably down the pub then, or taking photos.
Yes. Ever since August mentioned to Jay that he would pay him for posing for a portrait and actual money was involved, yet Uncle John's been very disgruntled because he never thought he'd have to pay one of his models to pose for a photo.
Well, you know, as somebody who has modelled for your Uncle John, I think payment is most definitely something that is required.
Yeah, dear oh dear. He's put Jay through some quite demanding photo shoots. The best thing is that Jay flirts with Yeti Uncle John. Yeti Uncle John goes all weak at the knees, so it's quite fun to see.
Oh dear. Mum, come and say hello to Paul. He's on the phone. Then we've got to go. Oh, all right. Hello, Paul. How are you? How are you, my darling?
Oh, I'm fine, Well, my leg's playing up. I'm taking it easy. I'm being treated to tea. Probity and Ick are going to be running around being my waiters.
Oh dear, I'm very sorry to hear that. What you need is a good massage.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know anybody though. I don't feel like travelling.
Oh well, I can't do it today, but I could help. I know massage.
Do you, Tallulah? Oh, excellent. Oh well, maybe. Yeah. Oh dear. I better let you go though. You've got to go to this theatre thing.
Oh yes, my darling, we better go. Well, you take care and have a lovely tea.
Thank you.
Right, bye-bye for now then.
Bye, Tallulah. Enjoy the theatre.
We will.
Well,
we better go then, Paul. If you think that it's a good idea, I'm sure we can arrange for Mum to come over and pummel you.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe. See how I feel tomorrow, huh?
Yes, all right. See you later. Say hi to all the others. I hope your Uncle John shows up.
Oh, I hope so. All right, bye for now.
Bye, Paul. Bye.
Oh, that was nice to hear. Martin, Snippy Martin, not heard from Tallulah for a while, particularly. I was thinking of reading you another extract from my diary, but this time I think we're going to have a quiz. though, with Callum and I. No Sutton Park this time. We're going to let a quiz happen. Like one of the ones that I did with him. But I need to ring somebody else first. Got to ring Bettina. So, just a second. Yeah.
Hello, Bettina Dupre. How can I help?
Bettina, it's me, Paul. How are you doing?
Oh, darling, you just caught us. We've been away in Tenerife.
Oh, gosh, I forgot all about that. Ick said that he had dropped you off, but I didn't know how long you were there for. Did you have a nice time?
Oh, darling, had a lovely time, yes. Oh, yes.
I've just been on the phone to Lula and Martin. They're off to the theatre today. I've got a bad leg. Tallulah's going to give me a massage.
Oh, gosh, darling. Oh, well. I believe she's rather good at it. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, your poor leggies.
I know. Did you have nice weather? Get to do swimming and touristing and eating nice food and stuff?
Oh, we did, darling, yes. Oh, gosh. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, dear. August is quite exhausted. I think he's asleep. I better not wake him.
No, Bettina, it's fine. I quite understand. I'm going to be waited on hand and foot this afternoon. Ick's coming over.
Oh, gosh. Not bringing Ark, is he, I hope?
Well, no, actually not. Just to catch up and have a chat, and Ark's at some horror conference or something.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I really don't think letting him read all these scary things is a good idea. He's creepy enough as it is.
Bettina?
Oh, I'm only saying what you're thinking.
Well, maybe. Oh dear. Every time I see him, he looks more and more like an evil twin version of Ick. He even has one of those sort of like curly moustaches that villains used to have in old movies.
Oh, I know, darling. Oh, golly, I don't know what we can do.
I don't think there's anything we can do. I mean, I think to be fair, it's more us than him, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I don't think he's actually done anything evil. He just has an evil air about him.
Oh, but he's still young. There's still so much time.
I know. But if I don't know. I guess we can't say anything or do anything because it's just that feeling we have, yeah?
Oh, I know what you mean, darling. I know what you mean. Bettina, can I have a cup of tea, please? Oh, darling, August wants a cup of tea. Yes, darling, I'll make a cup of tea. I'll be there in a minute. I better go, darling. Usually he makes me tea. Usually he does everything around the house. So I suppose I really ought to do something for him for once.
Oh, bless. All right, then, I'll let you go. I'll say hi to the others from you.
Please do, darling. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, yes. I think we've probably got a lot to discuss. But anyway, yeah. I think, we probably need to catch up.
I think we probably do, darling, yes. Okay. Right, I'll speak to you soon.
All right, Bettina, bye for now. Bye now. Oh, dear. Well, listeners, now is probably a good time for that quiz that I mentioned with Callum. So why don't we do that? And if Cromitty and Ick haven't arrived, then I'll read you something from the diary. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, huh? Okay. Have a listen to this quiz with Callum and I. I'm not sure when it was recorded, but anyway, I do have a listen.
Recording in progress.
I have got a random quiz. Oh, well, we'll just go with the random quiz.
we won't get the answers until the end this time.
That's what you normally do.
Well, I have done it sometimes where I've kind of had. Yeah, that's what we usually do, but I have done it.
Yeah, I know you normally read them half an hour before anyway.
No. Okay, question 1. What is the name of the male voice that lies between bass and tenor? Is it baritone, alto, bel canto, or tenorite?
Tenerife.
Oh, why? Well,
Never heard of it.
I suppose it must be because that's something different to tenor, but I've never heard of it. But,
What's the deepest one?
baritone,
Is it bass?
quite deep. Well, bass. This has to be somewhere between bass and tenor. So I'm not sure.
I thought baritone then. That's just me though.
What is the name of the full dress fur hat worn by hussars and foot guard regiments of the British Army? Not Busby, is it? That's something else.
Well, I don't know if that's a nickname or it's bearskin. But it might be Busby.
Who featured on the 2001 Jagged Edge song "Party Where It At"?
Oh yeah.
R. Kelly, Nas, Nelly, or Usher? They're all the same to me. They all do the same sort of music. I couldn't tell you.
Lil Nas X.
I couldn't tell a Nelly song from an Usher song or an R. Kelly song or Nas.
Well, you think Usher is yeah. Oh, that's really old now. It's at least 25 years old.
I think if one of those guys did that duet with Kylie Minogue, or whether that's somebody else. They don't stand out like the girl singers do. They're very boring to follow. Question 4. Which 11-time golf major winner is considered to be the first sportsman to earn $1 million in his career? Is it Ben Hogan, Bobby Jones, Walter Hagen, or Sam Snead? I haven't really heard of any of those people. I vaguely
Ben Hogan.
Question 5. Tennis player Yannick Noah was born in which country?
Well, I know he's French.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a non-multiple choice one?
Yeah, non-multiple choice, that one. Question 6. Comma, peacock, and swallowtail are all types of which insect?
Butterfly.
Butterfly. 7. In which Disney film would you find the song "Love Is a Song"? Is it Bambi, Lady and the Tramp, Dumbo, or Fantasia? Those are all in your eras of
Love Is a Song.
Love Is a Song. Yeah.
I'd go. Was Snow White one of the options?
No, Bambi,
No.
Lady and the Tramp, Dumbo, or Fantasia. Don't recognise that at all.
I'd go for Bambi.
I haven't watched I was going to watch Lady and the Tramp, and I haven't watched.
The thing is, a lot of those songs in those films is just like
quite short.
Yeah, like one line, and that's it. A bit of music and one line, that's it. Song.
Question 8. Which song did Bruce Springsteen write? Manfred. Oh, okay. What? Which song did Bruce Springsteen write? Manfred Mann's Earth Band had a hit with, and Mozart featured it. Mighty Quinn. No, because that's a Dylan song. So, I don't know many songs by any of those people.
By Mozart.
If Bruce Springsteen wrote it, Manfred Mann's Earth Band is almost before Springsteen, so it must be early Springsteen. I don't think I know many really early Springsteen. Born in the USA. I don't know. It could be that Bruce Springsteen wrote it before he was even famous, and Manfred Mann did a song. So that's difficult. Question 9. Who was holding a silver hammer in the 1960? Yeah. Who was holding a silver hammer in the 1969 song from the Abbey Road album by the Beatles? I know that one. So does Callum. Question 10. How many steps are there to heaven according to an Eddie Cochran song? 4, 1, 2, or 3? There are 3 steps to heaven. Steps to heaven. What? I think it's 3 steps to heaven.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Question 11. Late American singer-songwriter Buddy Holly was born in which state in 1936? Ohio. Is that even a state?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's sure.
Akron, Ohio. Might be.
Mm-hmm. It's difficult. 12. Which English fruit merchant and amateur sailor returned to Portsmouth, England on the 4th of July 1968 after sailing around the world in 354 days? English fruit merchant. Tate and Lyle. Is that fruit? Mr. Lyle.
Francis Drake, Walter Raleigh.
In 1968?
Oh. 1468. Might be a misprint.
Maybe Mr. Tate and Mr. Lyle. Question 13. In which US state is Pebble Beach Golf Course? California, Florida, Washington, or Maine?
My first thought was California. And then I thought, not Florida. I'd just about go California.
Okay. Question 14. In medicine, what does TENS stand for? TENS.
Tense. Tense nervous headache.
I thought it might be like do not resuscitate, but I don't think.
TENS.
Resuscitate.
Not ear, nose, and throat, ear, nose. No.
Difficult. Question 15. Which French king was the husband of Marie Antoinette? Louis the 13th. 14th. 16. A Morwong, Morwong, is what type of creature? Is it a prime minister? Is it another name for Boris Johnson?
Primate, yeah, monkey.
Oh, it is. 17. What is the name of the cockerel in the UK television series The Good Life? What is the name of the cockerel? I don't know. I haven't watched it for about 5 years or more. I don't remember the name of the cockerel.
Napoleon, something like that.
18. Which of the following berries can float in water? Cranberry, blackberry, raspberry, strawberry. I'd say cranberry because it's smallest. 19. What is the US state capital of North Dakota?
Oh, God.
I don't know that one. I'm not going to say anything because I'm aware. Better not to say anything than say something stupid and have the American listeners tutting. I can hear you out there, Toppy and Jay and others. I'd rather not say anything than expose my ignorance. We're not going to say anything unless you want to say something. No. Go on to the last one. Question 20. Who plays Calvin J. Candle or Candy? I'm the same problem as you with these small lettering. Who plays Calvin J. Candy? I think it is in the 2012 film Django Unchained. Is that a Tarantino film or is that a cartoon?
Yeah, you've seen it. I ain't seen it.
I haven't seen that one. I have it here and I've still not seen it. No, I don't know if that's the main character. No, it can't. Well, I don't know. Is Django the main character? I don't know. Best say nothing, probably. Let's have a look at the answers. Show answers. Question 1. What is the name of the male voice that lies between bass and tenor? It was baritone. I think that was a good guess rather than anything else. The name of the full dress fur hat? It is the Busby.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember what we said for who featured out of R. Kelly, Nas, Nelly, or Usher?
Nas. You said Nas.
It was Nelly. The golfer, you said Ben Hogan.
Ben Hogan, yeah.
It was Walter Hagen. Okay. Sounds very similar. Yannick Noah.
Same era.
Yeah. I don't know why I said yes. I have no idea. Yannick Noah was from France. The comma, peacock, and swallowtail are types of butterfly. Love is a Song did come from Bambi. I didn't realise. The song which Bruce Springsteen wrote that Manfred Mann had a hit with and Mozart featured in is Blinded by the Light. I did actually know that song. I didn't know that Bruce Springsteen wrote it. It was, of course, Maxwell's Silver Hammer. It was 3 Steps to Heaven. Buddy Holly was born in Texas. The fruit merchant was Alec Rose, who I've never heard of.
Well, he was around the World Yachtsman, wasn't he?
Oh, okay. The US state with Pebble Beach golf course was California. We said that, I think.
Yeah.
We never got this one. That TENS stands for Transcutaneous Electrical Nerve Stimulator. I hardly say it, let alone know the answer. I think we got the wrong Louis. It wasn't Louis. Did we say the 14th? It was the 5th. It was 16th. Louis the 16th.
All right. Nearly though.
Yeah. A morwong. A morwong is a type of fish.
Oh, of course it's not.
And you're thinking along the right lines with the cockerel from The Good Life, but it wasn't Napoleon. It was Lenin.
Lenin, yeah.
Then, out of those fruits, cranberry was the one that can float. I wouldn't have known this. The U.S. state capital of North Dakota is Bismarck.
Oh, Bismarck. I was trying to think of one of those ones which I knew was a state, but state capital, but not match it up with a state. And I was think of that one.
The only Bismarck I've heard is
like Raleigh.
Sinking of Bismarck. Is that a boat?
Yeah.
I guess I could have guessed this had I had my brainy head on. The person who played Calvin J. Candy in Django Unchained is Leonardo DiCaprio, which makes sense because he's been in quite a lot of the last few Tarantino films. But having not seen that film yet, well, even though I own about 2 copies of it, really must get on and watch that. I did see one of Tarantino's films, the Inglourious Basterds. I think I saw on a plane over to America. So I'm never sure whether I saw the full. You know how on planes they show like edited versions. So I may have seen. I feel like I've seen it, but I need to watch it again because I'm pretty sure I would have missed some of it. But I'm afraid we only got 9 out of 20. But there were some quite difficult ones. It's pretty good, really. There were some difficult ones in there. I think we were set on. What were we said? We were on random quiz. It doesn't say whether the questions are particularly hard or I don't think they were easy ones anyway. But, well, there we go. More quizzes next time. Oh, and we're back, listeners. No sign of Cromitty or ick yet, so I'll read you at least one more diary entry. But Sunday, 14th of January 1990. Apparently it was written between 10:15 and 10:30, but I'm not sure because I didn't have a clock with me. I don't know where I was if I didn't have a clock with me, for goodness sake. Hello again, 2 weeks of diary keeping. Can it last, I ask myself. Yes, I reply. It's a bit of a custom already. This morning I delivered the free Monday papers and cooked breakfast on returning home. Oh no, sorry. And cooked breakfast. On returning home I discovered Paul H. had rung me. We are going to meet on Friday for Writer's Circle after all. I then got on with Persecution. And almost completed the rough draft of episode 29, the Christmas Day episode. That would be of Square One, I presume. Had lunch and made it back up for Land of the Giants, where I continued my typing until after EastEnders. Pretty good, both of these. Land of the Giants, forgotten the title now. And then Andy C. rung. And Andy C. is still somebody I see to this day. In fact, I saw him just the other day. Always fun to talk to. And we chatted about videos and Heather, who he's now met twice. Heather's boyfriend has a wonderful Doctor Who video collection. He's going to get me some stories and I'll send a parcel on Tuesday. We'll ring tomorrow to tell him. I'm videoing Invisible Man for him tonight. 2nd episode, hope he knows it. After this, Roger came to tea and I revised and did tapes for Elaine and Andrew D. So many Andrews. Andy C, Andrew D, Andrew R, Andrew T. There's another Andy. There's another Andrew C later on, but I'm not sure I knew him then. Completed both. I had a bath and then watched television. Bergerak's back. Oh. Yes, I suppose it would be. Yes, Bergerak's back. I videoed the last Susan Young episode with Louise Jameson. She was murdered. Sob. I spent half the evening sorting out blank tapes and then revised. Exams tomorrow. Arg. Oh, it also says Carl H. rang at 9:10. I haven't heard from him for about a year. Let's read another one. Monday, 15th of January. That's my friend Vicky's birthday. Although I don't know Vicky anymore. She was one of my pen pals. I had my English and history exams. These must be mocks, surely. Anyway. I wrote the diary entry at 10:30. Happy birthday, Vicky, even though you don't write that much. I've just spent ages searching for 2 20p stamps, which had mysteriously vanished. Arg. School wasn't bad. Exams, of course. Both exams were simple. A lot to write, but not too taxing brain-wise. My ear still really hurts, and I'm about to crack with all Graham screaming. He is still ill. A reoccurrence of his old illness, methinks, affecting us all. I wrote a letter to Stephanie, or Stefan, at break time. Also got on with some things to other pen pals. I met Nick, who passed over the Blake video. On returning home, I watched Star One and Aftermath with the rather sexy Dana. Both were massive improvements on the old stories I've seen lately. I still have Power Play to watch and Colin's episode to rewatch. Whilst watching these, I also completed episode 29 of Square One. It is now printed up. I also rang Andy. I'm going to send off for some stuff to him. Some blanks and also some Blake and ambassadors for him. I talked to Nick. I must get some tapes to him when I can. I'm not quite sure what the next sentence means. Some mention of my friend Lee. I heard from Anna. She was my Canadian pen pal, who I eventually met. I heard from Anna today, a really good pen pal. I promised to reply soon and revise. I promised to write to you tomorrow. This promise I will keep. As I saw Andrew M. in town. I don't know if I spoke to him or just at a distance. I see another Andrew. So many Andrews. It's a good name, but gosh, it does make for confusion. Tuesday, 16th of January, back again. I'm sure you're glad to know. Today was fun after being kept awake by my ear, thanks. I went into school after playing the Bangles Manic Monday loudly. One day late. The story of my life, I think. Exams. I did maths and geography today. Exams. Maths wasn't bad and geography was quite hard. Robin handed over the story. We're taking turns in writing, but I can't be bothered to do any more today. I'm whacked. I'm not sure which story that would be. I know we did write a story where we all wrote bits of it, but I wouldn't have thought it would have been as early as 1990, so maybe it was another story. Harry went home at lunchtime and I got out of school at about 4:25, late due to the exam. On going home, I watched both Home and Away and Neighbours, the latter being the most exciting. Home and Away was the most exciting. Neighbours isn't so good just now. I'd stopped watching it, only I know it gets better and it's a laugh. A traditional giggle. Whilst watching these, I came close to perfecting episode 8 of Persecution. I'm writing two things at once. And began episode 30 of Square One. I also rang Harry. I'm going over there before exams tomorrow, as my first isn't until after break. I also went to the doctor's today. He gave me some more pills and ear droplets. Why doesn't he just cut my ear off and save time? On returning home, I watched EastEnders, which was very good, and called Paul about Writer's Circle. Read Carrie, up to page 132 now. Paul is coming to the Writer's Circle. I thought we already knew that. A bath, and then Blake 7. Watched Power Play and some City at the end of the world. 'Twas brillig. No revision. Harry and I will do revision on Wednesday morning. Oh, hello, Paul. Sorry, I was just waiting. Sorry. We're here now. Oh, sorry, Cromitty. Is Ick with you? He is, yes. Were you reading more of your diary? I was. It's been quite busy. I called Sniffy Martin and had a quick word with Tallulah. Called Bettina. They're back from Tenerife. August was asking. I didn't really speak to August. He was asking for tea, so she had to rush off. Apparently, he usually does all the hard work in the house, and she thought she ought to make an effort. And also, the listeners had some quizzing with Callum from the archives. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I think maybe if you play some music, by the time you come back, we'd have all set up the cream tea and everything. And I don't know. Do you want us to come in here, or will you make it into the lounge? Oh, I think I can struggle into the lounge. It's fine. Yes, no, I'll get out of bed. I'll be there in a minute. All right, Paul. All right, listeners. We'll play some music, and then it'll be time for tea. I'm sure you can have some. There'll be plenty. Yeah. No, I don't know where he is. I did text him and tell him that tea was being served, but no reply at all.
Oh, golly. Well, I think I'm quite full already.
Well, it's lovely of you to bring it over and treat me.
Well, I wanted to see you. I've not seen you for quite a while. And I know you couldn't make it over to the ship with your leg problems.
Yeah.
I hope it gets better, Paul.
It usually does. Yes, just need to rest up.
I thought you might be making an excuse. I thought perhaps you didn't want to see. How can I?
Oh, no. No, of course we do. But anyway, Ike's away, isn't he?
Well, yes. Yes, he's gone to a horror conference.
Gosh. He really likes that sort of thing, doesn't he?
He does. Yes. When you're feeling better, you'll have to come over. You haven't seen him for ages.
I know. I really would like to.
He misses you, Paul.
Oh. Well, he's a good boy.
Yes.
Here we are. I have made another pot of tea. All those sandwiches and cakes, they were delicious. Oh.
Well, there's plenty left over. If Uncle John does show up.
I don't know where he's got to. It's not like him to miss a nice spread like this. Oh, no, he usually likes a nice spread, doesn't he? Yeah, he does.
I was just saying to Paul that you've not seen Aki in quite some time.
No, we haven't, but, well, he always seems to be very busy. It would be nice to see him again soon.
Yes, as I was saying to Paul, he misses you.
Yes, and we miss him.
So you say. But do you, though?
What do you mean?
Do you miss him?
Well, of course we do, yes. Yes, of course we do. He's your son, after all.
Yes. Well, so you say. I don't think you like him very much.
Oh, no, Ike, that's not true.
I think it is true, Paul. I don't think you like him one little bit.
Oh, Ike, please don't say that.
What is it? Are you jealous? Are you jealous of his intelligence?
No, we've never said we don't like him. You know, it is true. We are perhaps a little bit, children can be so noisy. And I have so much work to do in my laboratory, so, and Paul is always busy editing. It's very difficult. We all have busy lives. But, if you need us to come and babysit, we'll always be free. Will we? Oh, yes, we will. We'd be free. Yeah, we'd love that. Definitely. Crobbity and I babysitting.
You always act very shifty when you see him. Almost like he unnerves you. What's wrong with you two?
Oh, no, to be fair, I think it takes a while to get used to. Because, we were expecting a little tiny baby. And Aki's not a tiny baby. He is a fully grown adult. And, it's not what we're used to. It doesn't mean that he has done anything wrong. It just means that we're just getting used to it. Yes, that's true. Crobbity, that's very true. We're not scared of him. I think sometimes he tries to freak us out by telling us, like things he's reading that do. I mean, I like horror stuff. I like horror films. I like horror books, but I just getting my head around the idea that he's so young and yet so advanced. And well,
You don't think I'm a very good mother, father, whatever I am.
We haven't said that. It's the rules aren't the same. It's not like you're showing a toddler horror films. He's bypassed that stage. He's a fully grown adult. If you think he's mature enough to be reading horror books and to go to horror conventions, then he isn't just 3 months old or however many months it is since he was born.
You don't even remember when he was born, Paul.
Well, that's not true, Ike. He was born in episode 500. Yeah, episode 500. We know that. We know when his birthday is.
Well, I think I might take you up on your offer.
On our offer?
Yes, to babysit.
Yeah. Please do. It would be delightful. Although, I guess as he is so adult, does he even need a babysitter? He's gone off to the horror convention by himself.
He's gone with his friends.
Well, it's amazing that he's made friends so quickly.
He found them online.
Ah, great.
But to answer your other question, I think he does need a babysitter. Or at least someone to watch over him. I don't want him deciding to take the UFO on a joyride. You need to keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Or I guess he could come here and we could just hang out with him. Keep him company, away from the ship.
Yes, that might be a good idea. I'll think about it. There's nowhere I really want to go at the moment. Yes, because if he came here, I could take the ship somewhere. I could go and visit somebody. Sister Ooh keeps saying that we should go for a drink somewhere. I'll let you know.
All right, Ick. You see, we don't mind helping out. We love Ark. Yes, we love Ark. He's a delightful child.
Yes. All right. Yes, I'll have a think.
Please do. Listeners, I think we have another quiz now before we go. And I might read another extract from my diary at the very end.
Yes. Where can I go? Somewhere nice. Anything out? That does sound good.
Listeners, have a listen.
Oh, I've got the card upside down.
Read it upside down. I wouldn't have been able to understand.
1980s. What nationality were the duo Yellow, who had a hit with the race in 1988?
Austrian?
No, Swiss.
I was going to say German otherwise.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have guessed Swiss. What song was a hit for Mark Cohn in 1991 and for Cher in 1995?
Is it Walking in Memphis?
Yeah, I did know that.
I don't know if I'd have got it without you saying Cher.
Yeah. Which indie band had their first top 10 hit in 2004 with Can't Stand Me Now?
I feel like I should know it.
Yeah, you do know.
The first, I can try and think of who was. It's not the Killers, and it's not Franz Ferdinand, and it's.
I think you might even have seen them, possibly.
No, I have to say pass.
The Libertines. Did you see them?
Libertines with
Pete Doherty.
I didn't mind the Libertines, but I don't think I went to see them unless they were supporting. Still doesn't exactly ring a bell that it was them.
Constant winner.
I don't think
Oh, you'll know this one though. Complete the title of Bryan Adams' 1996 hit, "The Only Thing That Looks Good on Me
Is You."
It
was late. I think it was one of the later.
Yeah. Initials. Which 1992 song by K.D. Lang has the initials Charlie Charlie?
Some Craving.
Yeah, it's the only hit ever. Oldies. Which Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes song gave the Communards their first major hit in 1986?
Don't Leave Me This Way.
Yeah.
I realised it was a Harold Melvin song.
Harold Melvin. Yeah, I thought it was
somebody else.
I think it's a woman voice, but. Glenn Gregory had his hits as the singer with which electro-pop band?
Heaven 17.
Heaven 17. 1990s Common People in 1995 became which group's first top 10 hit?
Flop.
21st Century Chelsea Dagger in 2006 was the biggest hit for which Scottish band? £10,000.
Not the Zootons.
No. I
know the title, but I don't remember.
The Fratellis.
Yeah, I don't really know much about the Fratelli.
Complete the title of, this act. Complete the title of Britney Spears' number 2 hit from 2002, I'm Not a Girl.
Not yet a woman.
Yeah, yes. See, that sort of thing. Initials, which 1992 song by Sophie B. Hawkins has the initials Delta India Whiskey Yankee Lima?
Well, I can only presume it's down the where you're on.
Yeah,
that sounded like more letters.
Yeah. Again, I pretty much
have one
only hit.
Right beside you. And that Britney Spears one was because I'm sure I dragged you to see that Crossroads film which was in. And I think that's the song that she supposedly kind of writes herself when she's I'm just playing, and it's really contrived that she starts playing. I must watch that again.
Who had the original 1976 hit with Harvest for the World, successfully revived by the Christians in 1988?
Womack and Womack, actually, there.
No, the Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
The Isleys. Swing the Mood in 1989 was the first hit for which act?
Drive Bunny.
Yeah, and the Master Mixers. 90s, which band had a hit in 1992 with the song Weather With You?
Crowded House.
21st Century, Damian Marley had his first hit in 2005 with Welcome to Jam Rock. What relation is he to Bob Marley?
Son.
Yes, well done. Titles complete the title of Nick Kershaw's 1984 hit, I Won't Let
the Sun Go Down on Me.
Yeah, cooking now. Which 1988 hit, number 2 hit by Bobby McFerrin has the initials Delta Whiskey Bravo Hotel?
Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Would it be happy? And for the jackpot, oldies, which Welsh singer and Swedish band, you know that already, collaborated on a 1999 hit version of the Talking Heads song Burning Down the House?
It was Tom Jones and the Cardigans.
Tom Jones, yeah. Easy.
Hi listeners, I'm back in my bedroom, putting my leg up again, resting my leg, and Cromitty and Ick are just doing the washing up. No sign of getting Uncle John, not even answering my text. I'm going to read a couple more entries from the diary, and where was I? Wednesday 17th of January 1990, something about reminding Andy, it's probably Andy C, about a convention. Written in the diary about 10:30. I have a girl in bed with me now. Her name is Poppy and she's a cat. My cat. I love her. Today started well with me going in to see Harry to revise French. I had to take some money out of my bank because I'm skint. We revised a bit and then went into school, arriving at break. Exams. French was quite easy. Modular science was a bit tricky in places, but I survived. Looks like I'm going to get Monday morning off too, and miss games tomorrow. On returning home, I wandered around doing the paper round, watched Home and Away and Neighbours whilst perfecting and printing my story Persecution. I wrote to Andrew, don't know if that might be Andrew R, watched Blake 7 and headed off to bed. The highlight of today being new ideas for Square One, which I began episode 30 of today, at Harry's and French exam. And at French exam. What? I came up with ideas for square one in my French exam. Easily distracted. I can't wait until Friday. I saw a program about computer addiction. I prefer Nigel. What? Well, Nigel is the character from Square One, but that's actually funny. That I think my niece my niece Elena is in exactly this position, as I am, in that she's doing her mock GCSEs about now, or has done, or did do them. Yeah, interesting. I will read Carrie in a moment. Heard from Kez again today. She was my Australian pen friend. People I phoned me today. Andrew D was talking about Cliff Richard. Danny, good call. He'll come to Writer's Circle too. Nick thanked for Blake tape. Andy videotapes. Heather was out. Elaine. Lee seemed a bit unhappy. Oh, it says I'm in a sod-awful mood. Dear. Thursday, 18th of January. Last 3 exams tomorrow. Well, I missed games today, which was rather good, and exams were not too hard. Tomorrow, Harry and I are going to McDonald's, and today talked about polos. What? Yes, well, after school, I did my shopping for tomorrow. Must get chocolates for Mum. Oh yes, because it was coming up to my Mum's birthday, and I got a new cover for Square One. I did not complete episode 30 of Square One today, but did a good job at a suitable rough draft 80% version for Writer's Circle tomorrow. Back in town, I met Andrew M again with sidekick Richard. I don't remember meeting Andrew with a sidekick called Richard. Apparently they were acting embarrassed. Well, no, apparently Richard was acting embarrassed. They went to a different school from me, and Richard was somebody I knew from my dad's church, actually. But Richard was acting funny because I went to the grammar school, and it wasn't right to be seen with somebody from the grammar school. Apparently they were acting like they were God's gift to women, which made me laugh. But on arriving home, I discovered a tape from Andrew R. and Patrick and a few letters, which I'll get down to replying to at the weekend. I listened to the former doing my paper round and had a bath. Wrong Andy about videos. We'll be getting some Blake 7, Sapphire and Steel, Doctor Who soon. Lee also wrong, and I videoed Monty Python for Danny. My ear is nearly better, but we weren't sure if Graham was better. It's funny how a few names of people popping up that I don't remember still being in contact with. Andrew M. used to live in this village, and then he moved away, and I do remember seeing him a few times, and then not seeing him for years, and then sort of getting back in touch via Facebook, and he worked sort of for the same ministry that I worked for. So I talk to him a lot. I don't talk to him so much now because I don't work, but yes. So it's still a name of somebody I'm in contact with to this day. But Paul, he just wants to say goodbye. Oh, sorry, yes. Sorry, I was so busy reading diary entries to the listeners. They've probably fallen asleep. Oh, yes, Paul. Have you heard any more from Radio Dal FM? No, but I think Yeti Uncle John still intends to send them stuff. Well, I hope we get our biscuits. If you wanted to come and say goodbye to Paul.
Yes, Paul. I've been talking to Comity. I've decided I'm going to go out for drinks with Sister Ooh, and you and Comity can babysit. Or keep an eye on Uck for me.
Ah, yes, we will. Maybe Uck would like to hear some diary entries from 1990.
I really don't think he would, Paul.
But maybe it would send him to sleep. Well, that would be a good idea.
Yes, that's not the point. Anyway, I've got to go. I hope you enjoyed your tea.
I did. Thank you very much, Ick.
I hope your leg gets better.
Thank you, dear, oh dear.
Don't worry, show myself out.
Okay. Oh dear, he seems a bit grumpy. I don't think he believes us about Uck. Well, what that we're scared of him or wary of him. Yes.
Yes, I thought as much.
Oh. Sorry, has it gone? I think so. I think I heard the dog go. Still no sign of getting Uncle John. Oh, most strange. Anyway, listeners, it's probably time to say goodbye now. I might read a couple more entries, but it looks like we're going to be babysitting for Uck in the near future. We look forward to it. Yes, we look forward to it. Okay, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed, all the goings on. I hope you enjoyed your tea, your cream tea, and hearing about life in Yeti Manors back in January 1990. You know, Paul, I'm sure Ick will be fine. He's just a little bit, it must be weird, he's just had given birth, and yet already his child is running around and he's already got empty nest syndrome. I suppose you're right. I mean, as much as I was saying that we were, felt a bit surprised about how Uck was, it's got to be shocking for him because he didn't know what to expect either. I suppose we haven't really thought about that. No. And we must not abandon our friend Paul, no matter what we think about Uck. Yeah, and maybe it's just our imaginations. Maybe, maybe it's just us not being used to alien babies, I suppose. Growing up so quickly. Yes, exactly, Paul. So, yes, listeners, more episodes coming soon. You'll better join us when we babysit at some point. Uck sit. And, we'll be back again soon for many more episodes. And if you're lucky, you might get a bit more from the 1990 diary. Oh, you treat them so well, Paul. I know. I'm sure something really dramatic will happen soon. Oh, I'm sure it will do, Paul. It usually does. Okay, bye for now, listeners. Goodbye, listeners. Goodbye. Okay, listeners, let's have a couple more entries. Friday, 19th of January. Lots of tiny writing. End of exam celebrations at McDonald's. Mrs. Brinn's Writers' Circle, Junior Writers' Circle, 7 to 9 o'clock. Apparently I wrote this at 9:55. I really got busy. Boy, am I whacked. A lot to say, beginning with exams. History wasn't too bad. I did question 1 and 3 without much problem. French was a bit bad. Don't think I knew enough. RE was good. That's religious education was good, but lasted until past 4:30 after everyone had gone home. Must have written nearly 15 sides of A4 for exams today. Sugar, as Nigel might say. Talking of Square One, I printed a rough version of episode 30 for tonight's Circle, which I duly read. Make some private joke about somebody from school, which I don't understand now. We got to McDonald's just before 5 and got 20 chiclet thingies and chips for £3.98. Blimey. We arrived back at Harry's just before the end of Home and Away and then proceeded to watch Neighbours, least favourite soap at the moment. Oh dear, sorry Neighbours. I played the computer until about 6:15, changed, and then the trouble began. I'd had a headache since getting to school, the sort that hurts when you walk. A headache that hurts when you walk? Oh, Mum says she knows the feeling. Well, Mum gets migraines, but I don't think I've ever had a migraine. Graham is still ill. I'll give Mum her birthday present. I walked the long distance to Paul H's house after phoning Nick, only to be told he couldn't come. I wasn't very happy about that. I walked back to Danny's and we went alone. We wrote a mock soap opera, read Persecution, and looks like I read some swear one. Hope I didn't dominate too much. It was only Danny and I. We returned home, no post. Mark T had rung. I still sort of know Mark T. He's on Facebook. I rung back. We had a good chat. He'll send a copy of Invasion. Did he do that? I can't remember. That's a Doctor Who story. Blimey, I managed to pack it all in and write the diary by 9:55 and talk on the phone to Mark. This was definitely a time when friends used to swap tapes of Doctor Who that they somehow had got from like repeats on funny satellite channels or from friends in other countries, and you post them and then you make a copy or someone would make a copy for you, and the quality of the picture wasn't always great because you've got copies of copies, but you didn't care because at least you got to see a Doctor Who story you'd never seen before. Saturday 20th of January, this is my mum's birthday. Something about sending a letter to Nick. I had a friend called Nick T, who's different from Nick Goodman, obviously. I was meant to have written him a letter, apparently. Mum's birthday, happy birthday. Poor Mum, both her and Dad had birthdays ruined by Graham's illness. I'm not very sympathetic, am I? Dear, I didn't go out much today. I stayed in bed till about 10 and finished Carrie. Then I had a bath. The new book I'm reading is also by Stephen King, and it's called Night Shift, a book of short stories. No reaction as yet. Well, that's weird. Night Shift. I'm pretty sure I read that years later and didn't remember having read it already. It's a good collection, from what I recall. I got one phone call today. Sorry, I mean letter. No phone calls. My mind is addled by the lateness of the hour. Oh, yes, I wrote this after 11 p.m. I finished episode 30 of Square One today and watched telly. Episode 30 was hardly any different from the rough version. I've begun episode 31, but I've got homework and letters to do tomorrow, as well as the Greens. I have friends, Ian and Mark Green. I don't know if I mean that. Also, my paper round is starting up again. I played with Graham in the garden, so he's obviously, okay enough to be playing in the garden. We played in the garden with walkie-talkies, and then came in to watch yesterday's Campion with Peter Davison, which I did. At tea time, Mum, Graham and I watched the Blake Seven episode City at the Edge of the World, my favourite, with Colin Baker, who also played Doctor Who. After this, I did some more work on the computer and decided not to ring Andy or Andrew, but to ring Heather. I got her answer machine, a funny computerised voice. You know the ones that single women have to make callers think a man's around. Ooh, I'm not quite sure. Does that mean it's a man's voice? I'm not sure what I mean by that. I don't remember that. I then rung Jeanette for the rest of the night. She was my friend. She's my pen friend who liked Land of the Giants. We were always talking to people in those days, or like phoning people. And it was the kind of an early version of like Facebook and things like that. Once you'd found people, you didn't have the computer to write to them. So I either had to ring them or write to them. I did an audio message for Patrick, American Pen Pal. Oh, yeah, so Patrick was around at this stage. It was over 2 years away from when he eventually came to visit. Yes. So Patrick, my American pen friend, I still know to this day, and was briefly on an episode of the podcast, and he and his wife came over to London in December, but because of the whole COVID thing, and I wasn't really going out much, I didn't meet up with them, so which is a shame. A shame. Anyway, that's it for the diary this time, I think. I can hear the theme music. I do hope you enjoy these diary entries. It'll come to an end in 11 months' time. Well, 11 months worth of diary entries. It took about 3 years probably to read all this. Anyway, okay, better go.
I gotta go now. Bye.
I want to go with you.
Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Hey, Ick, where are you going?
Oh, it's Uncle John. Where have you been? You've missed tea.
Oh, I just saw I had a message from Paul.
Where were you, down the pub?
No, I had a meeting with a man from Radio.fm. They're really excited about some of Paul's poems. They think they really are very dull and that they'll be perfect for the station.
What about the diary entries?
Yes, they're quite dull too, and they're almost too dull. There's a sort of, a difference between, poetry dull, I guess you might get the odd chuckle though, and then diary dull, who are these people he's talking about?
Dear, oh dear, I think you're asking for trouble, Yeti Uncle John.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just looking forward to getting all these biscuits.
Oh dear. Well, there is plenty of cake and sandwiches in the fridge back at the house. So, anyway, I'm going home. I've got to make plans. Cromitty and Paul are going to babysit for Uck. Well, look after him. So I can have a night out.
Oh, yes, a night out. Anywhere good. Can I come with you?
I'm not sure. Wouldn't you rather babysit for Uck?
Well, Uck's a lovely kid, but, you don't
like him either.
What? I never said that.
Oh, well, I get a distinct feeling that neither you, Paul, or Cromitty like him. You find him creepy.
Oh, we never said that. They didn't, did they? They said they wouldn't.
Well, no, they didn't say it to my face, but I overheard them, and I could tell every time his name was mentioned.
Oh, he's just very different. We're not used to alien babies being so adult so quickly.
Yes, well, nor am I. I have to admit that he might be my child, but sometimes I feel a bit creeped out by him. Oh, what an awful thing to say about one's own child.
Oh, Ick, I think, it's just because he's into horror and stuff. It makes him seem a bit bloodthirsty when really, it's that, curly moustache he has. And, in his accent, which is a bit like mine, but slightly more sinister.
Gosh. Oh, dear.
Oh, Ick, don't cry. He's your son, he's lovely. It's just, it's us, we've got to get used to him.
That's what they said.
Oh, dear. Oh, look, we ought to go to the pub or something, or look, I've got a bottle of whiskey in my bag. Why don't we go back to your place?
I suppose so. I don't think I've ever tried whiskey.
Oh, you'll like it. Come on, let's go back. Don't worry, it's all fine. He's not creepy, he's just strange, that's all, it's fine.
Oh, he's a bit strange, isn't he? Oh, dear.
Don't cry. Oh, don't cry. Please don't cry. Come on, let's go back. Come on, back to your ship. It's fine. Oh, dear. Don't get yourself in such a state. Oh, dear.
Oh, he's so difficult. Oh, dear. Oh, no, oh, dear.
Just realised that this diary is the same sort of.
Fancy something savoury, son.
The same sort of period as Elaine. I was doing my mocks, GCSE mocks.
Yeah.
That's the same sort of time as.
You wrote small, didn't you then?
Yeah, it was small. Lines.
Lines, aren't they?
Thank you for my cheese.
Well, you said you fancy something a bit savoury.
See you in the morning.
Eh?
See you in the morning, if not before.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Yeti. I'm Simon the Skellington here, and when my knees knock together, They make a lovely tune, but not as lovely as the tunes that you make on your podcast.
506.
It's Colonel Stromboli Wington Biscuit here, and I'd always welcome the Shy Yeti into my club.
Good evening, Paul. I always amuse myself in my bath with you when I'm using my loofah.